Hi, this is Susan. This is a Temu haul. It's kind of big. I'm trying to catch you up on stuff I've bought and just to share with you. I'm not going to go over the prices as much as I'm not a big spender, so let's just say that right off that I look for a good deal. So let me just show you things I bought. Excuse me. This is a diamond glaze kind of, their version. It says diamond painting sealer. It's strange because it says glitter works, but I didn't find glitter in it. I've used it one time on a piece of a clock face, and it came out shiny. And so I try to write on it before I put it in my stash what it is. And this has the little foam, so it goes on those diamond paintings. I've just seen them. I don't know what, I haven't seen one up close. I've just seen them online. But I think it's going to work. It wasn't too shiny. It wasn't dulled. So I think it's going to work. It's 4 ounces. So it was a good deal. I didn't pay a lot for it. This was a bag of little corner pieces, and they're real pretty. They're kind of thin. I would maybe glue 2 of them together. But they do have like a gap right here where I saw another set of these and they were rounded. So I'm not sure if these were defective and that's why they're being sold, or that's just the way they're supposed to be. But let's see, I get 50 pieces is what it says in this set. Quite a bit. So I think it'll make a good shelf for room brackets. They're pretty cute for, laser cutouts. And this is a gold metallic pen. It's called Craftwork Pen. Metallic. I tried it and the color's right there. It's pretty, it's shiny. Guess I could do a bigger swatch for you. It's kind of the antique-y, greeny gold. This one, just, just the one piece. Water-based, low odor. And it says gold, and it's Gung Now. Strange name. Anyway, if you have a question, just in the comment, ask me more about something, and I'll try to look up what I paid. I also got this silver, or no, I think this is a gold too. Wait, this one's high gloss liquid chromium. It's supposed to look like chrome. I thought this one's golden. I thought for some reason I'd gotten silver, but I guess not. Let's see what color this is. Oh, it shakes. Ah. And you gotta prime it, pushing the pin down. And it's not coming. Whoop. Nothing coming. Huh. Well, now. There it goes. Wow, I got the same color as I got. I don't think I thought it was going to be the same color. But maybe a little lighter when it dries. Less green. But it works. It does have the ball in it to shake. So I got these little plates. These are about 1 inch. There's 4 to a pack. They feel like porcelain. But I imagine they're resin, plastic. But they have a nice sheeny finish. See the shine on it? And I got 2 sets of them because I wanted to play with the different packs. I got this pack, which it has a bunch of goofy stuff in it. I wasn't jazzed about it, but it, like if you're a Barbie person, it had a sheet of Barbie stuff in it. That, you know, if you do stuff with Barbies. Has all the logo. There was that one sheet. And there's some flowers, but not, you know, not as pretty as some of the other nail art that I got. These, I don't know, the colors, the red and yellows. There's some blue. There's just, I don't know, not as quite as pretty as other things. It's just a little pack like that. Anyway, I wouldn't get that again. But I have gotten these, so I just thought I'd show you these up close. This has a lot of detail, really pretty. These are elongated, so they would be nice down a bottle. I know you're just, looks like you're just seeing the shine off packaging. If this video cuts out, it's because my filming time went out or something. And I'll just finish up another video of it. Can you see it now? Let's see. Maybe the paper. Anyway, it's very nice. So look for the elongated, and then it has this little, like a little lacy piece right here. So it has some little daisy looking, very delicate. So if we put it up like if you saw this, this is really good size for putting on your plates. These plates are like 1 inch. So that one, it says green white. That's all it says on the packaging. It's one thing, they don't really give too good of instruction on their packaging. Now this one's real small. Let's say this is 1 inch, so I'm just going to show you the size. These flowers are very small, and these little frames are real small. So you could put a flower inside of the little frame. There's little fleur-de-lis all up in here. Really cute. A lot of little white lacy fleur-de-lis kind of little scribbly scrolls. Fleur-de-lis at the bottom. It's quite busy. This one's, now they call it 5D Relievo DIY nail decals. Beauty sticker. So that's a nice one. Now this is a great one for labels. Now again, this 1 inch, you can see, now I wouldn't put this on the plate, but you can see the size next to 1 inch. Like these would be wonderful for, or they will be, for boxes or bottles. Beautiful. Really like that one. I already used one of these, but I thought I'd show it to you because it's so pretty. It has the lady's face on it with flowers in her hair, and I put it on a bottle that I made into like a bath what am I trying to say? Bath wash or something bottle, kind of larger bottle. But I put her face on it, and it turned out, I thought it was real pretty. So here's this 1 inch plate. So you can see the size is good. It's got a lot of varieties. More tropical. Definitely more tropical, like for a perfume that's, you know, an unusual tropical scent. That one's nice. This one's roses. The majority, I think it's pretty much all roses. Yellow roses, red, pink, double pink. And see the size with the 1 inch. Very nice. Would do real nice on anything. There's a good one for here. What I want to do is make a shelf and then have my plates lined up on the shelf. Okay, this one, I think this was a freebie. You know, if I bought this other one, like, then I got this one free. It has little bows and little tulips in the circles. So, you know, it is coming up Easter. This would be a nice one for tulips. And the little bows are cute. Now, here's the 1-inch plate. So, very small. I think they must not sell a lot if they give them. Okay, now these are scrolls. I've seen these on books. I got this to paint these color, you know, gold color or silver, some white, you know, to put them on books. So I think this would work out really nice on book bindings and the front of books, and maybe you could put it on a scrapbook, photo album, miniature. And here's more little sweet, more wildflowers. And so 1-inch here, so that's just the right size for a little cluster in the middle of the plate. It's got the yellow, the white daisies, the pink, the blue, all different spring colors. So those are those. And these plates I think are nice. Do you see the four pack of these? Little 1-inch. They're in miniature. I like those. They're hard like a porcelain, but they have striations like they're resin. I got this, which I haven't tried it yet. It's a 3D sculpture gel. And you know that PBO, or I don't know how you say it. It's PEBEO, and Tiny Craft Life, I think. She uses it all the time and puts it on her hard plastic, like candy dishes and things she makes out of straws, and she uses it a lot. And so I saw this and I thought I'd give it a try because it was only like, you know, $3. Excuse me. And it's got the 3D effect. So I'll just have to let you know, in a video how that turns out. But you know, the PBO is not a very big tube either. And this one's not a very big tube, so I'm not really sure why this tends to be such a small tube. Okay, these are detail brushes for nails. They're supposed to be line brushes for nails. But if you notice, they have really, let's see if I can open it, really long. I thought they were going to be even longer by what they were describing. Lines. You know, for the lines they showed, they're not terribly long. Let's see. But they are very small detail brushes. Probably just a couple of bucks for a 3-pack. But you know, they'll sure come in handy. They're very pointy. Very pointy. Now this is interesting. This wine bottle and 2 wine glasses. And I used one of my wine bottles and glasses, so I was trying to get the same thing, but I didn't get the same one. I got a different one. But you know, every time I order these, I get something different. This is from Michael's, but I've gotten this same thing from Temu, where the scale is strange. Okay, so look at both of these, and this one looks bigger than 1/12, and this one definitely looks smaller than 1/12. I mean, look at the size of this glass next to this glass. And they're both they're both advertised as 1/12 scale. See what I'm showing you? The size of the glasses. This one's almost twice as big. And they're both 1/12 scale. Now this one came from Michael's, but I had the same thing. I actually was going to return it. Had it out because I got one from Temu exactly the same. And then I got this one, and so that seems odd that this is so small and this one seems bigger than 1/12 scale, which all my stuff is 1/12. That is a little over 3/4 of an inch tall. And the bottle is right at 1.5 inches tall. It's pretty. And the glasses have the wine in them. That's nice. So I guess this would be more in line with using in your 1/12 scale than this small. I mean, look how tiny those, look how tiny the grapes are. Very tiny. So, I don't know. What I do is I just say I'm not happy with it. And usually they, will just credit me the money. So this, I showed you this in my, I guess when I was showing you the mirrors. But I hadn't opened it. It was out of this haul. And it's really strange. See how curved. This is so curved. I don't know what they were thinking because it's not keeping in the same curvature. That's kind of dipping down on this side. This one's pretty straight. This one's pretty straight. This is curved. So I'd say this was not a good piece. I don't think it was meant to be curved, but I haven't gone back and really looked at it. I was thinking, maybe you could put pins in it and straighten it out and stick some pins and stick it in the cardboard when you're trying to put the resin into it. Or I bought it to put little pieces on it to doll it up and have a plane as well as something to put the little decorative pieces added to it. But I'm really not happy with how out of shape it is. It kind of comes down at the corners, like over here, as far as the mold itself. It's higher over on this corner too. So that's going to be something I'll want to tell them about. Okay, this is Clay Shades Pigment Ink. This was to age things. It's a brown color. It's called Bronze. And I just bought it to, go around my pieces to age them. Just tap it. Just tap it around. It's a bronze. I know it looks pretty dark on the film, but it is a brown color. So hopefully that'll work out. It didn't cost, it's under $2. This is a mold of roses. And I want to make some roses for the outside of my dollhouse. And this has the tiniest little rose right here and here. And there's some here and little ones. There's enough of them where I was thinking that, I can keep casting them, and I don't know, it's going to be kind of a pain to cast a few at a time, but unless I wanted to do it in clay. But I was thinking I'd keep casting them, and maybe by spring I have enough of them to put a wire in them, or it might be that air dry clay is going to be the better route for miniature. There's some pretty bigger ones, but I haven't done it yet, so I'll have to show it to you. It's pretty thick on this side. It's a little, but I can't really tell if they were set straight in, but it does get thicker over on this side and a little thinner over here. We'll see. Okay, I got these bottles. I saw somebody, maybe Xander, had gotten these. And they have the little bitty tips. And I thought, even if I don't use many of these, that the bottle still has the top. But I guess I do need a cap of some sort to be on there. So, oh, there's caps in here. So these are definitely detail gluing. This was a good price. It wasn't very expensive at all. So it comes with a pointy, very pointy, little one, and the caps. Plus, you've got this little angle to get into your project, and it's got a cap which goes on the angled, I assume. Fits down on the angled, maybe. And then here's another, maybe this is the cap that, maybe that's the cap, because I don't see a hole in it. So it comes with quite a bit. There's quite a bit of these. There's like 5 or 6 of the long ones and 6 of the angled, 6 of the caps, something like that. So it gives you a lot to work with, and I try to, when I go to the store and I get these bottles, I try to squeeze them to see if air comes out of them, you know, when they're capped off. And if the air comes out of them, I figure that means that the glue's going to dry. Okay, so these are different sizes. There's 4 small and 1 real large and 1 medium. And 4 small. And it's got measurements on it. Measurements. Oh, they all have measurements on them. If that helps you with your project. So I think those will come in handy. You know, if nothing else, you know, you use them once and the glue will get hard and you'll have to throw them away. And I got this. I saw somebody bought this, and I was more excited about these pieces. Now, that's some long gluing. Getting into a detailed spot. And why so many? Look at all that. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sure I saw somebody using it and thought it was really a nifty idea. But now I don't know why. Okay, so we got the small bottles again, like the other one. And oh, you really got to push it on there. Wow. And so, one use and the glue gets stuck in here, and I guess that's why they gave you so many. That must be the thing, because this gets the glue trapped. And so it's a one-use project kind of thing. But, you know, these always come in so handy. These little ones that have, you know, this capability. And I guess you could cut this back if you wanted to cut it back. So it must be that they expect you to use one of these a project. So that'll come in handy. And I got this to roll clay. But it also, you know, would roll paper that you, or cardboard, you know, when we do the cardboard layers. I kind of thought this might come in handy for that. That when I'm gluing layers of cardboard together to simulate wood, it'll, you know, sometimes I just really need something to get that glue spread out really well. And between layers. And so I thought this would come in handy for that, and then it would also be good for the clay. So this is, the size of this is actually 4 inches on the roller, and it's about 1 inch wide. Just a metal handle. So that should come in handy. And I showed you this, that the kit I bought with this is air dry resin, not the UV, just the regular air dry. They call it epoxy resin. The 2-part resin and hardener. And the other box I bought had, cups in it, and little finger protectors, and little droppers in it that you draw out your mix once you mixed it. Draw it out, to put into detail spots. And this just came with 2 bottles. It was $14.99, I believe. And just 2 bottles, not even cups. No, and just the slightest directions on the back. So I don't know if this would be great for a starter, for someone who's just doing their first resin or silicone mold. I think the other one that's got a little more instructions and cups and things would be a little helpful if you're just starting. But now that I've done it, the first time, now I know how to do it. So I was just getting replacements. And this was cute. I was showing you I got this and thought, I could put like little pieces of the mold on it. But I think it's real sweet. It's real small and delicate. Let's see. It's like 2 1/4 tall. About 1 3/8. Does have a little bevel drawer and door. And you can paint it whatever color you want. Cute little thing. And it was only a few, like $3 and something cents. Less than $4. And you can add the mold pieces to the front, and and even add it to the back here, standing up, and doll it up. And I had gotten this, and I think it's real pretty. I was not expecting the curvature in it. And it's funny, the boxes get crushed, but yet the pieces are okay. Most of the pieces. Here's the little ball handles, or door knobs. And see the curvature in it? Nice curvature, and the curvature of the legs, very nice. Seems like it's maybe a little tall. It's 3 inches tall, and 4. The top is 4 1/2 across, and about 2 3/4, or wait, no, 1 3/4 deep at the roundest part. But it does seem a little tall. But I guess you could, shave it down if you took the legs off. You definitely shave it down some. I just haven't compared it to anything else. But it is real pretty. Oh, it's got big, they look like they're 2 drawers, but it's big. 1 drawer. They fit nice. So, be a fun piece to decorate. I'm sure it wasn't very expensive, because I just on Temu, I just don't pay much for the pieces. Just get them to play. I did see this the other day and thought this would be good in a sewing. I have a sewing machine that's a real nice one in miniature, and I thought this would be pretty to put in a like little sewing shop or something small. Put the little fabrics across here on the shelves, and then the little baskets with the doodads in them, patterns and things, maybe a shelf up top or stuff here. But it is low profile. It's not terribly tall. It's 4 3/4 tall and under, well, 4 3/8 wide. But it did come kind of scuffed up as far as the paint job. Kind of scuffed up looking. But I thought I'd take an ink pen to it. The box was pretty crunched up. As you can see, the box terribly crunched and even torn. I don't know if it got scuffed. It looks like it got scuffed right here a little bit, but this looks like that was just a bad paint job. So I never know if they sell stuff on Temu that's seconds, because this has got a funny line through here. But, you know, we don't, if we want to paint it or whatever, it's fine. But I thought it would go with the sewing machine and be an interesting piece for the wall in a small room box. So I got more of these. You know, I've used these in my lamps. And it's funny because the first ones I got were much bigger, and then these got smaller, and the holes were bigger on the second ones to do the working lights. And some of them, the holes were bigger in the second round of what I bought, that I could run the tubing through them. But I really like the white. The white goes with everything. As far as, you know, what bead stuff you're making. Silver or gold or bronze. It goes with everything. I don't know. I've gotten crazy buying on this stuff on the lamps. I don't need them. I just need to work on making my working lamps. I haven't spent much time making working lamps. And I got these little turtles. And the story of Charlotte's in my second room box. My memory Christmas room box tells about the story of Charlotte, my turtle. So I got these, and I'm going to paint them a little darker and greener or browner. I don't know. I have to see what I painted the other ones. Anyway, these go into my room boxes. So I thought these were a cute size. They're like oh, let's see, 3/4 of an inch, about just under 3/4. Now this, I was needing to finish a piece of tatting that I had started. These aren't specifically tatting needles, and they have tons of needles. Tons and tons of needles. Now, not sure how this opens. But when you're doing tatting, you have to have it be really small where you put your thread, because it has to slide over. And my friend was telling me in a text they had to be really small, because I didn't remember. I lost my needle, and I don't remember what I had. So, but they had a lot of needles, and I think this is going to work. It's very small right here, the eye, and they gave me somewhere, I saw the, oh, here it is, the threader helps you thread it. So if you're in need of needles, I think these will work for doing tatting. Finish up, I was making an Afghan. It's not an easy thing when you're making it with thread to make it, you know, the size. Now if they're too sharp for your project, you know, you can always sand the tips. I've done that to make them more comfortable for my use. Because I'm not doing shuttle, I was doing needle tatting. So that was that. I wanted to show you these. I had gotten these a while back, but I thought I'd show them to you. There was about 10 of these in the package. And I was going to take these rings I had and make little clocks out of them. Like this is just an example. You can just put a button behind it, pearlized button or whatever. Just the simplest thing. These rings I got at one of the craft stores, and I need to find more of them. But I had sent one to Jolene, and she was talking about she had wanted them and they were out of stock. And these were like super cheap. The other ones, the other designs, for some reason this package of this design was less expensive. Don't know why. And it's about 3/4 of an inch. But I just thought I would get them just to play with them. It was like $1 for this particular design at the time I bought them. And you know how that goes with Temu. They, you know, some will be more than others. And so those were really cute. And I'm sure they'll be pretty in a, you know, a little clock. Even if it's a big clock or a little clock or whatever kind of clock. Now, I got this the other day. This came in and I'm not really liking the size of it. It is, now for some reason I maybe misunderstood or overlooked that this was supposed to be 1/12 scale, I thought. But to me that doesn't, it's right there with, it's in the same scale as this wine bottle stuff that's not 1/12 scale. Really smaller. And it had 2 of these for some reason. Now, who needs 2 blenders? But it gave you 2 blenders, and they called this a bread box. And so, because I wanted it for a display to, like, put some little oriental looking something, or say it has a shelf that can come out. I didn't think about the lines, but I was thinking this would be like a cute display. But it is kind of in pieces. You have to glue it together, I guess. It kind of is fiddly. But they called it a bread box, and this is supposed to go in and, you know, land on the shelf. It really is fiddly. I wasn't sure it was broken at the beginning. But then they showed in the picture, you put it in its position. Anyway, it's all plastic. But, yeah, see, here's the picture showing how you're supposed to put it in place and glue it. But I don't know why they'd give you 2 blenders. And I put this one together. I mean, it's just in pieces, 4 pieces. And so it seems really small scale, like smaller than 1/12. I need one of those rulers right here. Okay, so it's about, from the top, it's 1 1/4 inch from the very top of the lid. I don't know. Somebody, I know there's like Queen City. She does a lot of stuff with the little tiny stuff. And I just know that as I get older, I'm not going to be able to see it. So, you know, I've just been sticking with 1/12 scale, so I'll be able to see it as my eyes get old. So, that I wasn't really thrilled with. But I guess I still could use that little display. Let's see what this is. Oh, these are those little plastic containers. There's a whole bunch of them. And I think these are good scale. You got all this for, you know, less than $3. There's a pitcher. I wanted the beer mug. I'm going to try to make green beer for my room box, my shadow box. It has all the 12 months. For St. Patty's Day, I was going to make some green beer. So there's a little bowl. That's a good scale. That's 1/12. This, I don't know if that's a plate or it's a lid. This is a lid. This must be the lid to this. And heart shape, little cup. And another smaller bowl. And little cup. Could be a planter or something. Little, I don't know, vase or something. Just kind of straight up and down. Another cup. Different shaped cup. And maybe this goes in here. Don't really know what that is. So anyway, a lot of little pieces, parts. But the scale is better on these, I think. I'm going to lose these pieces if I don't put them back in the bag. Okay, this was another strange thing. Now, I thought this was going to be a wood coat rack. Not at all. Not what I thought at all. And they had the strangest pricing on this. Look at this. It's plastic. And it is only 3.5 inches tall. Don't be suckered into buying this unless you know that you're getting this tiny scale. This is tiny. It's even smaller than the wine bottle scale. And they've got little clothes on a hanger. And a little bag and some books that are written in Chinese, I guess. It's all Oriental. And they're like little house slippers, little red house slippers, and another hanger, and a plastic box that holds your, what, school books or something? I don't know. But not what I thought at all. They made this piece look like it was, you know, taller on a platform with all the things hanging on it and around it. And and then when I went back to look and see what I had bought, it said sold out. So I couldn't look at the exact picture of what I bought. So I complained and they gave me my money back on this one. Because I sure thought this was going to be wood, or at least wood color. And I definitely thought it was going to be taller and bigger. Not that little thing. So I don't know. You can decide. So I did get some real pretty frame kind of things. And I got a bunch of them. Isn't that pretty? I think the design is really pretty. Let me get my hand out of the light. Isn't that real pretty? Got a real scrolly, pretty. I think these would be real nice frames. You know, for the little ones, you know, portraits. And there's like 1, 2, 3, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 10. Bronze. I think there's about 10 of them in there. But I think they're real pretty. It was under $3. And I needed something square. You know, you never know when you're going to need something square. So I got these, which I thought I could take the hanger off of them. This, or the bail, and, you know, and sand it down. I mean, you could use it in the kitchen for biscuits or something. I don't know. It could be a grill of some sort. Don't know exactly what I was thinking when I was ordering the next 3 things. I mean, I wanted something square, but I don't know what I was thinking when I first wanted them. I saw something that somebody had. I need to write things down so when I'm ordering it, when I get it in, I know what it was, the reason I ordered it. Like, this was a tray. This was going to be some sort of a tray. I do remember that. Like for perfumes or something, a little round tray for store or something. So there's several in there. 10 of them. Looks like and they had these in all different sizes. And in different prices. You know, this is just a little over an inch. It's right at an inch. So, oh, this was another little thing. I wanted to show you the rest of these. So, like, I do not remember what I was thinking on this one. This is way big. This is not what I mean, it would be a nice tray, I guess, but it would take up the whole vanity. So I guess if you want a tray for the whole vanity, this is what you want. Or the whole chest of drawers or whatever. I mean, it would be really pretty with all you could even put a jewelry box in the middle and put the perfumes and things around it, and brush and comb, whatever you want to put. You definitely could do that. I mean, I guess I was thinking of a store or something, that it would be a display in a store. Because you only get like 6 of these. 5 or 6. 5 for, you know, $2 or $3. But it is a nice gold finish. Okay, so this is where I say, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I chose too many and then forgot to take something out. Because this one is just the same size as this one. But this one, it has more pieces. Because I remember I was like looking at these going, I'm not paying more than $3 for any of this. So this one just doesn't have the backs to it. Well, I don't know if I can get this open. Fight it. So boy, they want you to go through the layers. Well, the good news is it's multicolors. And you get a nice little plastic case with it. Yay! I love cases. Don't we all love cases? So it comes in silver and gold. And maybe not more of a bronze. So you get all 3 colors. So this one doesn't have the base to it. So I just don't know. I saw something somebody else made, and then I started looking to find what I would need, and then I don't have a clue what it was that they made. So I guess I need to make myself some notes, because, you know, it's just all eye candy. There's just so much to look at, and then you put your own videos on, and oh my gosh, I don't get enough sleep. So this has a tiny little loop there, so that could come off pretty easy. Clip that off and sand it. So picture frame or tray, or don't know. Let me know if you saw some use for these 1 inch. If you saw them somewhere in somebody's video recently, because it was recent. But you get a whole bag of these if we can figure out what to do with them. Silver, gold, and bronzy kind of, or antique gold. So there you go. They have all of it. I mean, there isn't any shape they don't have, or any size that they don't have. And I did remember this. It was Tiny Craft Life. She did this on metal. She took like, you know, just like you cook a turkey in from the dollar store. She took a piece of that metal and embossed this. Now, I didn't realize this was going to be so small. But, you know, we're talking small. Small pieces. Look at these. They're not even a ½ an inch. They're 3/8 of an inch that these pieces go. And look how pretty they are. And she made a bunch of different kinds of trays. And it just piqued my interest. Not that I need trays, but maybe that's what I was thinking, was the trays with those. But see how pretty? There's just so many different, and there's right and left, you know, go in the opposite direction pieces and the designs. So she stamped the foil and brought the, you know, got good, you know, embossing on it. You know, made it a good relief. So I'm hoping this will do the same thing. I was also thinking, what if you put ink on it? I wondered if you could stamp with it with ink on it, or I don't know what kind of ink, but anyway, so I was just going to play around with it. It was, oh, I don't remember how much they were. Wasn't very expensive though, you know, probably under $7 or something. Just something to play with. So, go to her, Tiny, what did I say, Tiny Craft Life? And she took the, you know, the pan foil and those one-use pans and cut the foil out into trays and then embossed around the edges with this. So here's another one of those little small things. Now, I thought this was going to be, I was going to make Irish coffee, and I thought this was an interesting looking little coffee pot. They made it look a whole lot bigger than what it is. It's way tiny. But I still might use it in the, I mean, look how tiny, tiny, tiny. Wouldn't go in the house, dollhouse, but it might go in my 12-month thing. I was going to make an Irish coffee, and I thought, oh, that'd be a cute little coffee pot to put with the Irish coffee. But look how tiny that is. I mean, there's an inch right there. And that's like half an inch. So, if you like the little things, but the cups don't have handles on them. So you just have to sip out of it, I guess. But they have the little coffee in it. And it's kind of an interesting shape. These like remind me of, you know, those book nooks and all those, you know, tiny little broom boxes that they make. That's what these things are about, that they're so small. They're made to fit in those tiny little tea rooms and coffee shops. So, and I don't know, I can't recall what scale that is. It's half scale, or they're smaller than that. But that's what that would go for. And I did get these. These were 1/12 because I want to do a project I've got in mind. And these I like. 1/12. I think those would work for 1/12. You get 4 of them. You know, make an ice cream dessert in it. So I'm happy about those. And my beer mug. I'll get my green beer made. Let's see, I might be down to one thing on this. Now, I bought a bunch of, I bought microphones and this kind of wireless microphone. And I bought another boom arm that has a light that goes on it, but I won't show all that to you because I don't even know how to use it yet. I've got to read the directions and see just how it's supposed to be used. Now, I did get, I'm going to show you this. I did get an acrylic box. And it came like this. You put it together. Now, see, it's like this. And see the slots? So it's like a big puzzle. And you put it together. So this was about $16. And it said something about 16-inch, but then I measured it and it's just under 14-inch across. And this is just under 8-inch. So I don't know why it said 16-inch, but I made that trash plastic chemistry lab. And so I wanted to put it inside of here, and I've got something else I'm going to put over here. So I didn't want it to be too big, but I think it's going to be just big enough. So this, can't say how this is going to go together, but here's the picture. You just put everything in the slots, and I guess you'd have a choice of gluing it if you want to glue it, but you know, it's got the film over it, and so you take the film off. But it definitely has, you know, the little tabs on it. So, and it's all acrylic, and the base is black. It shows white here, but it's black in this one. So that's the other thing, is they have tons of these. And if you need them for, you know, dust protectors, you know, you can find every size. And if you want the bigger ones, they use them. People buy them to display balls, you know, like basketball, baseball, or footballs, but they also display high top tennis shoes in some of them, and those are the big ones that work for our scale, you know, projects. If you're looking for, you know, 1/12 scale to cover, or roundabout, you know, to cover up something you make, look at that. Look for high top display case, and you might find it in the size you need. And they said, I noticed though that the price has already gone up. That, you know, with all this talk about tariffs and everything, that when I was looking at this case before, it was $4 cheaper. So now it's $4 more. And I don't think the tariffs have been enacted, but they're preparing because, you know, they know that they're going to have to buy things at a higher price if all that happens. So anyway, that's that. So I made a big mess here, but I hope you get some ideas. I wanted to tell you I did this video and I left out one of the pieces of furniture. This was in my eBay haul, and I had set it aside because I didn't have room for 2 tables. But this was part of those chairs when I got so many chairs. Here's the other table. I got even that much more, and I've already glued up these sweet little babies. I think I'll make a repair shop for them. That would be a good idea. Then I could just put a whole bunch of my broken or in need of repair. I saw that some miniaturists had done that. They took all of their excess pieces and put them into what they called a junk shop. And I thought that was really cute. And then they dumped the junk shop so they could use it for the Christmas build. And I guess they put everything back. They'll put it all back into the junk shop now that Christmas is come and gone. Okay, well, that's all I have. And except for, I mean, I have a lot more. I do have some things from China, but I won't include them because I don't want this to run so long. So please like, share, subscribe. And you know, if you need to know a size or how much I paid or whatever on something, you know, just shoot me a comment and I'll try to look that up for you. Okay, so thanks a lot. Bye.